Polish cookies are called kolaczkis. If you were trying to remember what that word was, kolaczki. I had 3 of them last night. It's not on my new, it's not on my program.
Doom busting.
It is kolaczki.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Board of Trustees, regular meeting. Today's date is December 28th, 2021. It is 9 a.m. Roll call, please.
Mayor Vorderer.
Present.
Trustee Olenichek.
Absent.
Trustee Stalker.
Here.
Trustee Desmond.
Here.
Trustee Sack.
Here.
Trustee Pembroke.
Here.
Trustee Mallow.
Here.
We have a quorum. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Veterans, please salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Public comments. I understand we have one public comment.
Christy Collins.
Please step up to the microphone.
Hi there. Like I stated, I'm Christy Collins.
You live in Oak Lawn?
I do. I live in District 5, and Trustee Stalker is my trustee. And I am the petitioner for the appeal of the fence variance at 10637 Lockwood Avenue. It is my suggestion to the board that the Appeals and Review Board be trained by lawyers to go over these ordinances and regulations and rules because they exist for a reason. This variance should have never gotten this far. This is the biggest variance granted in the past several years. And I think it was done without much research or thoroughness. So that is my comment.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's on our agenda for later in the meeting. Okay, conflict of interest. Any trustee or elected official have any conflict of interest with anything on our agenda tonight? Hearing none, we'll move on to the approval of the closed meeting minutes of 2021-15, dated November 23rd, 2021. Motion, please.
Motion to approve.
Second?
Second.
Roll call.
Trustee Stalker.
Yes.
Trustee Desmond.
Yes.
Trustee Sack.
Yes.
Trustee Pembroke.
Yes.
Trustee Mallow.
Yes.
Motion approved. Number 6 is the approval of the regular meeting minutes of 2021-22, dated December 14th, 2021. Motion, please.
Motion.
Second.
Second.
Roll call.
Trustee Stalker.
Yes.
Trustee Desmond.
Yes.
Trustee Sack.
Yes.
Trustee Pembroke.
Yes.
Trustee Mallow.
Yes.
Thank you. New business by village trustees. We'll start again in District 1. Trustee Desmond.
Thank you, Mayor. Just hope everybody had a Merry Christmas, and I'd like to wish everybody a happy and prosperous New Year. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. District 3. Trustee Mallow.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd just like to make a mention of the management and the budget that we have. I've gone over this budget. I appreciate Adam's research and work on this budget and getting the management team to do what they can to make this work this year without a tax levy, and I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee. District 4. Trustee Pembroke.
Yes, Mayor, I also want to thank the management team for their excellent work on the budget. I also want to thank our police force for all the significant work they've been doing during this past 2 weeks since our last meeting. It's amazing, and appreciate all your efforts, Chief, so thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Pembroke. District 4. District 5, I'm sorry.
Nothing at this time, thank you.
Trustee 6.
Just one quick thing I just wanted to mention. In District 6, we had a young family, a single mother with 4 children, had a major fire and they lost everything. There is a GoFundMe out there. It's the Williams family. It happened right before the holidays, so the GoFundMe is up and running and doing well, but just wanted to mention that and wanted to wish everybody a Happy New Year. That's all I have.
Thank you,
Mayor.
Trustee. We'll move on to the consent agenda. All items on the consent agenda are routine and have been brought forward at the direction of the Board of Trustees, the village manager, or village committees, and will be enacted with one motion. If discussion is desired, that item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered separately. A, A request, the Board of Trustees approval and direction.
Village manager, did you have a report?
Oh, I'm sorry, Village Manager. I'm sorry.
That's okay, and I actually had something too. To follow up on Trustee Mallow's comments about the budget, the board will recall at the last meeting, we went through the budget, and I summarized a lot of the key takeaways and the savings that we were able to get from our various departments. Since that time, there were a couple of other adjustments made. Trustee Mello and Trustee Oliniechek noted some things that were missed. They were addressed, and also, and importantly, the mayor and Trustee Oliniechek met with our library, who we levy for, meaning they have their own separate board, their own separate budget. They decide what they do. We have some statutory powers, quote unquote, over them, meaning what they can or can't levy. We've never enacted them to my knowledge. We do control what they can borrow, but they did, in fact, increase their levy, their operating budget, which we absorbed. So what I mean by that, we went back, based on the good meeting that the mayor and Trustee Oliniechek had, to discuss our senior center moving to the library. And the mayor might speak to this later, but the idea is to bring two groups together that are in need of what I would call a fix. We have a senior group, active senior group, that for years have been sort of bouncing around since we closed the center in the center of town about 10 years ago, and they now go to the old McGugan School on 105th Street, which is exactly what it is, an old school. And, you know, patronage of that center by our seniors has dropped, and we think it's probably because of the facility in some respects. Obviously, COVID had something to do with it, but the library, as we all know, has bountiful offerings, a lot of space. You know, next to this building, probably the most underutilized per square foot building in the village, certainly a government building. And the library board recognized, as we did, that this is a possibility of bringing, you know, two problems together to find a great solution. So they had a great meeting, and the reason I bring that up, at the last meeting, we talked about how we balanced the budget without a property tax increase. We had notions that they might be raising their levy. They have some roof problems over there. And if we did not make the adjustments we did since the last meeting, there would have been a property tax increase. So we did make additional cuts to absorb that increase, and I'm happy to report that we will still have a balanced budget, including the library's levy, without property tax increase. That's all I have this morning.
Thank you, Tom. Well said. All right, we'll move on to consent agenda. I can just go on right to A, right?
Yes, you just read them.
Okay, all right. A, a request for the Board of Trustees approval and direction of the Fire and Police Commission to promote 1 police lieutenant and 2 police sergeants from the current eligibility list due to retirements. B, a request from the Board of Trustees approval and direction of the Fire and Police Commission to promote 1 Fire Bureau chief and 1 fire lieutenant from the current eligibility list due to a retirement. Ordinance 21-23-104, an ordinance for the levy and assessment of taxes for the tax year 2021, collectible during the fiscal year beginning January 1st, 2022, and ending December 31st, 2022, for the Village of Oak Lawn, County of Cook, State of Illinois. D, Ordinance 21-23-105, an ordinance authorizing abatement of the tax levy for the general obligation bonds for the Village of Oak Lawn, Cook County, Illinois. E, Ordinance 21-23-106, an ordinance adopting the 2022 Village of Oak Lawn municipal budget. F, Ordinance 21-23-107, an ordinance authorizing a redevelopment agreement for Paisan's Pizza Development, compromising part of the Cicero Gateway Tax Incringement Financing District of the Village of Oak Lawn, Illinois. G, Resolution 21-23-78, a resolution approving and authorizing execution of a second amendment to the ground lease regarding the Stony Creek Promenade Development at the northwest corner of Cicero Avenue and 111th Street, Oak Lawn, Illinois. And H is a Resolution 21-23-79, a resolution authorizing an economic incentive agreement with Birdie Sports Bar and Grill Incorporated. A motion, please.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I'll second.
Any discussion?
I'd like to remove, Mayor, I'd like to remove F and G.
F and G. Any other? Roll call, please.
Trustee Stalker.
Yes.
Trustee Desmond.
Yes.
Trustee Sack.
Yes.
Trustee Pembroke.
Yes.
Trustee Mallow.
Yes.
Okay. F, an ordinance 2123-107, an ordinance authorizing a redevelopment agreement with Pison's Pizza Development comprising a part of the Cicero Gateway Tax Increment Financing District of the Village of Oak Lawn. And G is Resolution 2123-78 authorizing that. Discussion?
Motion to table that, both F and G, Mayor.
Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Trustee Stalker.
Yes.
Trustee Desmond.
Yes.
Trustee Sack.
Yes.
Trustee Pembroke.
Yes.
Trustee Mallow.
Yes.
Motion passes. Thank you. 10, an appeal of adverse decision by the Appeals and Review Board for a 25-foot corner front yard variance at 10633 Lockwood Court. Motion, please.
Motion to overrule and amend that variance to include the fence construction as modified by drawings shown to each of the trustees and members on the board to allow the fence to be constructed, the variance being that the fence will be moved back 10 feet from the sidewalk along Lockwood Avenue.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Roll call, please.
Or discussion?
Discussion?
Everybody's in agreement.
Everybody's in agreement? Okay.
Just have to ask for the record, that's all.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Mr. Mayor.
Roll call.
Trustee Stalker.
Yes.
Trustee Desmond.
Yes.
Trustee Sack.
Yes.
Trustee Pembroke.
Yes.
Trustee Mallow.
Yes.
Thank you. And thank you, trustee.
I'd like to make a comment.
Sure.
What happens in a situation like that is that nobody got exactly what they wanted. There were two neighbors here that had different opinions as to how a fence should be constructed. I want to thank both neighbors, the Collinses and the Cunninghams, for working together to make sure that this motion could be presented to the board today and the fence could be constructed in a way that they can both live with. Thank you very much.
And thank you for your work, trustee. You did find a resolution here, which oftentimes when you make a decision, you don't make everybody happy, but everybody's acceptable. You made the best decision. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, number 11 is the village clerk's report.
We have the approval of semi-monthly disbursements. Disbursement resolution number 2021-23D, dated December 28th, 2021. That's in the amount of $1,700,861.18.
Motion to approve, pay the bills.
Motion to pay the bills.
Second.
Roll call.
Trustee Stalker.
Yes.
Trustee Desmond.
Yes.
Trustee Sack.
Yes.
Trustee Pembroke.
Yes.
Trustee Mallow.
Yes.
Motion passes. The village president's report. As trustee Phelan mentioned, we've been in meetings with the library to try to upgrade and improve our services to our senior community. Ever since they were moved many, many years ago from the center of town to the school at 105th and Lockwood, there have been some dissatisfaction. They really want to be located in the center of the village of Oak Lawn where they have access to all the services that the village provides. So in the course of that meeting with the library board trustees, they were receptive to the idea. They wanted to have a little bit more discussion, and we'll be meeting with them again after the first of the year to kind of locate a space and do some architectural renderings on what kind of space we can provide for our seniors. In addition to that, after January 1st, I'll be meeting with our Congresswoman Newman, and our Worth Township Supervisor Patricia Murphy, and all the surrounding mayors of Worth Township on hopefully providing a senior bus service with the cooperation of all towns and the expenses. If we can get that done, seniors will not only have access to locations for their doctors and that within the communities they live in, but anywhere within Worth Township. So hopefully, in 2022, we can increase and make our senior services better for our Oak Lawn residents. And just a final comment, as we move into the new year, I certainly hope all of us make personal choices to take necessary steps to stay healthy. And Happy New Year. All right, we'll move on to 13, adjournment. A motion to adjourn, please.
So moved.
A second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Thanks for coming out.